Hi guys, welcome to Marquetta the Life Speaker, where we help hear those hearts. On today, we are going to talk about God knows the truth about you. Um, that topic just came just out of nowhere, and I decided to go ahead and get my video out there this morning. I know usually I post my videos. Sorry guys. I know um, I post my videos a bit late, but I got a little frozen for a minute because I am getting an offer right now. I just came out of an interview yesterday, and I was just asked, am I still interested in working in the job that just came from? So we'll see. But anyways, I want to talk more about God knows the truth about us, though. And how do I know that God knows the truth about us? Honestly, there's been so many things going on in my life where I can sit and explain to you guys about how do I know that God knows the truth about us. Honestly, when someone misunderstands you or they say something about you that's not true, or they do something to you that is not right, and what happens is, you know what they did to you was so wrong, and you don't know how to react to the situation. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to respond. You just know what they did to you wasn't right. And you're trying to get yourself together to make sure you know that everything's going to be okay, even though they did what they did to you, and it really, really cost you more. Sometimes the way people move can cost you more. So, how did I trust God? How did I know God knew the truth about me when I lost my kids last year and got them back? Well, I am going to go into details on this situation because it's still in my heart. I got them back, but it's still in my heart. So, here's the situation here. So, I remember it just like no tomorrow. I was sitting in my house. I wasn't bothering anybody. I was just sitting in my house. I did walk out my door for a minute, and my kids were standing right beside me. The neighbor claimed that she seen me pretty much put my baby in chokehold. I didn't know how to respond to what she said. Now, of course, I go back in the house And I didn't understand why this was happening to me. But I go back in the house and notice that a couple hours later, the cops are at my door. When they hit at my door, I didn't know what to do. I was very, very scared because, I wasn't really there. My mind was somewhere else. They come to the door and I asked, am I going to jail? That was my first thing. Am I going to jail? They tell me, they say, they don't even say nothing, actually. They weren't speaking to me at all. And so they got my ID and everything like that. They come back in the house, and the next thing I know, I was in handcuffs. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how to act. I mean, I was really emotionally within destruct because I didn't know how to respond to this situation. So I'm in jail. I am acting a little bit mental, so that's why I ended up, right when I got out of jail, to a behavioral hospital. I actually went to Sunrise Hospital too. I ended up going to all these hospitals because something was going on with my mind. So once all of that happened, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how I was going to get out of this situation. And I realized when this happened, all I can do is trust God because He knows the truth. Now, here it is, a new year. God really helped me last year because I didn't stay in jail that long. I wasn't in the hospitals that long. My apartment was safe, and I still had a job. And so, coming into the new year, it looks like I am being offered a job. So that is good. So I'll be probably working 2 jobs now. I just want to come into the new year with no financial concerns, and that was my other concern, along with worrying about what the neighbor was saying. But I came into this year, and I just know that God knows the truth about you more than what you feel He doesn't. Because the fact is, He brought my kids back. Okay? Not only that, that year my mom ran away, He brought her back home safely. Then He brought me home safely, and He saved my job, and He saved my place, because I was gone for a while and I live alone, so my apartment could have been gone. And so I was thankful for what God did for me because He knew the truth about me. So another thing that God did this year, I thought my laptop was broken. I thought something was wrong with it because I usually use a mouse and the mouse wasn't working. And so I was like, oh man, I don't have no money right now to be trying to buy a new laptop, But I notice now the mouse is working. So I see that God, He helped me make sure I was on course with my videos and my blog. So even though financially I am trying to build my own business, while I'm trying to build something of my own, I'm going to make sure I have the finance to keep investing in what I want to do. That's the main thing. We all want to do something, but you have to have the money for it. And that's why a lot of people don't want to do their business. They don't want to do anything because they don't have the money for it. But the blog didn't cost me anything. The only thing that did really cost me was the dresses I created. And I am going to go back into the shop soon and try to create some more things. But the dresses I created and the cards. And that's the reason why it's important to have a job, a job, because you never know what financially you might have to spend to invest in your business. You got to have a job. You got to have finances in general to get what you want. And so I am definitely going to I'm actually shocked because what I said at the interview, I didn't think I got the job. But I was just being honest with him. I told him, he asked me a question. Why do I think he should hire me? And I was just like, because I'm going to be on time. Then he asked me another question, was like, it was something, but I told him that you just got to be yourself. Stop trying to be somebody else. Like, I was in that interview with like a no-brainer type of thing, but I was just doing the best that I can. And so this year I want a lot of people to recognize that they need to do the best that they can and not give up. Honestly, I am talking very long today. This is almost 13 minutes into the video. I actually even did my journal and I noticed that I wrote a little bit long today. I read my devotionals today, and so I am a bit early today, but I just thought about it. I'll be getting on late, and it's not a problem, but now that there might be some changes, everything might be changing, I'm going to be trying to challenge myself to get things done in the morning as much as I can if I don't have other things to worry about. But I shared my little story with you guys about that because, again, God knows the truth about you more than anybody else. So when you're sitting there concerned and worried or trying to be something that you're not, you need to recognize that God knows the truth about you more than anybody else. And I talk about God a lot because He had my back. I don't know how I will be here today. I don't know how I'll be on this camera with y'all today because I'll probably still be up in jail, to be honest with you. But God, He released me. Nobody bailed me out. I just got released. He released me. And so I'm still dealing with that this year, having to go to court. And I actually have to keep coming until it's closed down or whatever happens. And that's the reason why financially, whatever they do to me, I need to have the money so that I can pay my dues. And even though I know that I didn't do this, hey, what can I do? If you know that you didn't do something, what can you do? You can fight it off, but at the end of the day, If you got to pay your dues, pay your dues. I have watched it, so many videos, but I watched this one video and the guy actually did his crime. He was lying. So, you come across a lot of liars, and so you don't know. But to me, not everybody who goes to jail deserves to go. Not everybody. Everybody have their different stories of what happened to them and what they've done. And some of them, yeah, they need to be in there, but some of them, they didn't mean to, or they changed their lives around. And it's all about changing your life around and recognizing, okay, this happened to me, so what's next? And that's what I am working on this year. Like, okay, I'm kind of scared, but you know what? I got to continue to do what I need to do this year and not stop, because at the end of the day, God has a plan for me and I have to follow through and always be prepared. Always be prepared for anything you do, because at the end of the day, it's up to you to take care of yourself. And so I am pretty much done. I spent 16 minutes on this. Everyone have a great morning, because it's in the morning. And I decided to go ahead and post my channel. And also subscribe the channel, please, and follow the blog. Thank you, and have a great day.